Christopher Bell did everything right on Sunday night. He passed the leader, he pulled away, and for a few laps it looked like the win was finally his. And then, in the cruelest way possible, it all slipped through his fingers. If you're a Christopher Bell fan, this one is going to sting. So let's walk through exactly what happened at Nashville, because it's one of those races that fans are going to talk about for a long time. Here's the big picture first. Going into Sunday's race at Nashville Superspeedway, two drivers were still chasing their very first win of the 2026 season. One was Christopher Bell. The other was his teammate, Chase Briscoe. Both of them are fast. Both of them are talented. And both of them really wanted to break through and finally win a race this year. The race was called the Cracker Barrel 400. It was held at Nashville Superspeedway, which is a 1.33-mile concrete oval, and the drivers had to run 300 laps. It turned into a long night, too. Rain delayed things by about an hour, and the race didn't finish until after midnight on the East Coast. The rain caused another problem before the race even started. It washed out qualifying completely. So instead of letting the drivers earn their starting spots with speed, NASCAR set the lineup using a formula from the rulebook. That gave the pole, which is the #1 starting spot, to Denny Hamlin. Tyler Reddick lined up second, and Christopher Bell started fourth. Now, Hamlin's night did not begin smoothly. Right at the start of the race, he jumped the green flag too early. That's a no-no, so NASCAR made him serve a penalty, sending him through pit road and dropping him back in the field. For most of the night, it looked like that mistake might cost him. But Hamlin is a veteran, and slowly, lap after lap, he clawed his way back toward the front. Meanwhile, the closing laps were setting up to be something special. With just 13 laps to go, Christopher Bell made his move. The leader at the time was Zane Smith, who was trying to stretch his fuel and hang on out front. Bell wasn't having it. He went right around the outside of Smith and grabbed the lead. And here's the thing. Once Bell got out front, he looked unstoppable. He started pulling away. Chase Briscoe had moved up to second place, but he wasn't catching Bell. It really looked like Bell was about to drive off into the night and finally grab that first win of the season. But this is NASCAR, and NASCAR has a way of breaking hearts. Just after Bell took the lead, the caution flag came out. The reason was Chris Buescher. He cut his right tire and slid up into the outer wall in turn 3. When a car crashes or stops on the track, NASCAR throws the caution to slow everyone down for safety. And that's exactly what happened here, with about 12 laps left. For Christopher Bell, that yellow flag was a disaster. Remember, he had built up a nice lead and was driving away from everybody. But under caution, the whole field bunches back up. All that hard work, all that space he had created, gone in an instant. Now he'd have to do it all over again on a short restart, with hungry drivers right on his bumper. The race went back to green with just 4 laps to go. Bell was on the front row, lined up next to Briscoe, and right behind them, restarting third on the inside, was Denny Hamlin. The same Hamlin who had fought back all night long after his early penalty. Hamlin nailed that restart. He got a great jump, shot up to the back of Bell's car, and dove to the inside going into turn 1. From there, the two of them went door to door. They were so close they were actually rubbing against each other, while Briscoe stalked them from behind, just waiting for his chance. Then came the white flag, which means 1 lap to go. Hamlin worked the bottom of the track, Bell ran the top, and that's when Briscoe pounced. He shot up the middle and made it 3 cars wide, all fighting for the lead at the same time. 3 teammates, side by side, racing for the win. On that final lap, Bell got pinched. He ran a little wide through the middle of the corner, and that opening was all Hamlin needed. Hamlin used a clever side draft, got a big run on the inside, and powered past both of his teammates. With half a lap to go, he cleared them both and pulled away to the win. So when the checkered flag waved, it was Denny Hamlin in victory lane. It was his second win of the 2026 season, and his 2 Joe Gibbs Racing teammates were left to settle for the spots right behind him. Bell finished second, Briscoe finished third. Now, in one way, this was a huge moment for the whole Joe Gibbs Racing team. Going 1, 2, 3, sweeping the top 3 spots, is something any team would be proud of. But for Bell and Briscoe, it was bittersweet. They were so close to winning, and instead they watched their teammates celebrate. You could really hear that pain when Bell talked about the race afterward. Speaking to Prime Video, he didn't make excuses. He didn't blame the caution or anyone else. He put it all on himself. "Just disappointment," he said. "I got no circumstances to blame but myself. I just didn't win the race. All there is to it." He went on to explain how those final laps felt from inside the car. "I really felt like I was in a pretty good spot being on the outside," Bell said, talking about running alongside Hamlin. Denny kept getting more and more aggressive. That brought the 19 inches. The 19 he's talking about is Chase Briscoe's car. Bell even thought for a second that Briscoe might help him. "I thought even when the 19 got the big run, it looked like he was going to go with me and give me a shove," Bell said. "Just lost the race." Briscoe was feeling the same kind of frustration. He explained the plan he was trying to pull off in those wild final laps. "I kept trying to back up my entries to get a big run and take them 3 wide, he told Prime Video, describing his battle with Hamlin and Bell. But he admitted the 3 of them got a little too aggressive going into the corners. "We're just all driving in too deep," Briscoe said about the last lap. "Hate that we weren't on the better end of it. Great day for JGR to be 1-2-3. Just wish we were the ones in first." And here's the part that makes this even tougher for Christopher Bell. This wasn't the first time he's been left heartbroken lately. It was actually his second runner-up finish in a row. Just 1 week earlier, in the Coca-Cola 600, Bell also finished second after another hard battle with Denny Hamlin. So twice now, in back-to-back weeks, Bell has come within reach of a win, only to walk away empty-handed. There is at least a little good news buried in all of this. Even though Bell didn't get the win, his strong finish did help him in the championship standings. After Sunday's race, Bell moved up to 7th place in the Cup Series points, and Chase Briscoe climbed up to 14th. But let's be honest, points are nice, but they don't fill the hole left by a missed win. Bell led when it mattered. He looked like the fastest car. He was pulling away with the trophy in sight. And then a late caution and a 3-wide scramble on the final lap took it all away. For a driver still searching for his first victory of the year, this one had to feel like the worst kind of close call. So close he could practically touch it, and yet still so far away